Might I take a moment of your time?
As we prepared for the Blackwall assault and stood at the defense of Archet, many of the good folks of this town perished, both within the gates and beyond. The battle was great, but in the end we defeated the brigands' onslaught. Some of the good men who were lost still remain unburied, but the people of this town have their hands full with their own great losses. It would be to our shame if those unburied bodies were dishonored by wild beasts. I would ask this one last favor of you. Seek out those poor men and grant them honor in death. Dirk Mudbrick fell at the sheep farm southwest of Archet. Nate Whisperwood died defending the Hunter's Lodge, and Cal Sprigley's farmhand, Will Wheatley, perished in battle just to the west of Bronwys Folly. Okay, Cal, we are honoring your farmhand. First of all, Dirk Mudbrick. Honored. Can I bury him before the bear attacks? Yes, I managed it. Now, where are we off to next? All the way to the hunting lodge. Let's cut through the forest here. Here we are, back at the lodge. And here I see a body down by the water. Oh no, Nate Whisperwood, you have been torn to shreds. I'm so sorry, you served well. I'm gonna talk to John. You're back in Archet, aren't you? And here we are, back with John.
How can I be of service?
Good, it is done. Those men died bravely and deserved a proper burial. Once more, Archet is in your debt. Now before you leave, there's something I must tell you. A queer man came through Archet while you were away, and I believe he was looking for you. Whoa.
Greetings.
Who is this man? The man who came through the village. He reminded me of Strider in his behavior. Said he was looking for the hero of Archet. I can only assume that he spoke of you. He said the matter was most urgent, and that if I saw you, I was to direct you to the Comb and Wattle Inn, where he will be waiting for you. The Comb and Wattle is in the center of Combe to the south. He seemed most grim to me. I would travel to Combe immediately and speak with the innkeeper, Lisbeth Honeymead. She should know where to find this man. Thank you, John. I will talk to Lisbeth. Combe North Gate. We're arriving in. The gate was open, cleared out. Beautiful. We are back in business. Here is the Comb and Wattle Inn. Let's waddle in. Hello, Lisbeth.
What can I do for you?
Look here. A real live hero. It's not often we get such respectable folk through here. My, how my tongue runs on. Torridan told me to send you upstairs to his room as soon as you arrived. The stairs are across the room there, and Torridan is the door at the end of the hall. He said you shouldn't delay none. Let's get up the stairs then. All the way up and at the end of the room.
What can I do for you?
The hero of Archet, I suppose. I am pleased to finally meet you. I'm sorry for the cryptic summons, but I dared not betray my whereabouts to just anyone. There is much we need to discuss. Will you hear me?
Might I take a moment of your time?
Thank you for your aid, Randrare. My kindred and I were driven from the bounds of the Shire by the Nazgul of Mordor. They pursued us eastward and slew many of us. It was my goal to join Amdir, but I've heard rumor of his fate in Archet. They say he was stabbed with a Morgul knife and led off by some evil men. the ones who lent the Black Wolves aid. There are few left now with power over such wounds, and those that I know of dwell some distance from here. We must find Amdir, and quickly if we are to save him. He's likely being held by the Black Wolves somewhere in the Chetwood. We must find a way to enter their lair and free him, but first we must find them. Speak with Constable Underhill. He may be of help. You can usually find him outside near the comb and wattle. Once you have learned of the Black Wolf's lair and believe you can gain entry, return to me. Hurry, before it's too late. Right outside of the comb and wattle. We'll pop out the door. And right here, Constable Underhill. Nice haircut, Constable.
Good day.
Tordan sent you, did he? It's good to have the hero of Archet on our side. The Hobbit lowers his voice. There is still a Black Wolf agent in town. We think he's trying to rebuild the band from among the local ruffians and bullies. We need proof though. A leather or parchment would do if it came from the agent himself. Many of the brigands hole up in the Chetwood. Follow the road east until you come to the guardhouse where Constable Wren is stationed. From there, head north and look for the brigands' watchfires scattered through the wood. Search their packs for sign of their summons. Let me know right away if you find anything. We need to know what they're up to. Thank you for your trust, Constable. I will do my very best. Here we are in the Chetwood, and we find the campfire. It's full of thugs. Yes. A letter. The tyranny of inaction needs silence you no longer. Cast aside the things that make you. Bring 3 white shirts, 2 pairs pants blue, and 200 copper burial money to Ellie Cutleaf in Combe. I have no idea what that means, but there is a name there. So we're gonna figure out, together with Constable Underhill, who that lady is. We are back in Combe and ready to get to the bottom of this mystery. Hello, Mr. Underhill.
Hello there.
Hello. What is this? Ellie Cutleaf? Well, I should have guessed. She's smart and disreputable, by all accounts, and she's just the sort who might lead us to the Black Wolf agent. She won't lead you to this Amdir fellow, I don't think, but it's a start. We must gain access to the leader somehow. He'll have the answers we seek.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Now here's an idea. Ellie is looking for new blood, so why not help her out? You could mask yourself as a ruffian and offer to join the Black Wolves. Gain her confidence and we might find out where the Black Wolf leaders are hiding. Of course, it would be dangerous. Do you think you're up to the task? Ellie's house is in the northwest corner of town by the pond. There are some large cages nearby. She breeds dogs, I think. Go and speak with her and remember, you're a brigand. Here we approach the Cutleaf farm. Here are the famous dog cages. Hello? Hello? Anybody home? No? Let's just walk in. Oh, hello there. You have a visitor, a loner.
How can I be
Not
of service?
another one. I thought I'd gotten all of those letters back. You'd be better served just going home. You don't want to join up with the Black Wolves. I listened to Skunkwood, their leader, and helped them breed some wolves. I admit I did it for the promise of riches, but I regret it. Jaggerjack is their head of wolf master, and he had me breed a local wolf with one of the wargs. When they took me into their camp, deep within the Chetwood, I got feared right quick. There's something not right there. I've done something terrible around there, and I need help getting out. The den mother I helped them breed is kept at Skunkwood's farm in the North Chetwood. She needs to be killed before her next litter is born, else her pups will do worse damage to the Chetwood and the folk here. I will make sure that happens. Don't you worry. There's still hope for you, Ellie. I can see the farm. Between the huge trees, and with quite a view towards the marshes. I'll start cleaning out this place. Here you are. I'll take down your minion first. And you didn't even see it. That's brilliant. Now I will single you out, den mother. That was brutal. Poor warg. You have too many enemies in this world. Oh, the door is open. Nice. Hello, Ellie.
Be of service.
I'm glad you were able to defeat the den mother before she bore any more of those half-wargs. Now there's just Skunkwood to deal with. He spends most of his time in the Blackwood hideout these days. There are dark-skinned men who sometimes attend him, clearly not from these parts, and that Jaggerjack fellow.
Could I speak with you a moment?
When Skunkwood took me to the Blackwolves encampment in the Chetwood, I met Jaggerjack. Jack is training the wolves for the Blackwolves. He keeps most of them deep in the ruins in the north part of the woods. If we're going to put a stop to the Blackwolves, then we may need to do a little mischief of our own. I'm not one to do this, mind you, but we need to stop them wolves before they're used against Combe. Leecher Cartwell can help us and will. Talk to him at his house, up on the cliff south of Combe Center. Tell him that I need a poison to kill the wolves. Mr. Leecher makes poisons, huh? Quite a fitting name if you ask me. Cartwell the Leecher. Nice house, nice branding. Hello, Leecher.
How can I be of service?
Ellie got herself in trouble, did she? I've been near the wood of late to gather herbs and such. Something has the animals there stirred up for certain. If this will help make things right between Ellie and the Combe folk, I will help. I think I know just the thing. I'll need fresh honey, blackwood root, and several red berries. There are beehives behind the abandoned house south of Combe. The berries grow in patches in a valley just over the hill behind the house. Blackwood root is found near the wolf den in the north Chetwood. Thank you, Mr. Leecher. I will start with the honey. The honey is actually just up the street here. I know my way around these parts. Right up here. My heritage is actually from Breland, so I know where things are found most of the time. Hello, Mr. Leecher. I've been
Hello
gathering
there.
everything that you need. Ah, there you are. It will be just a moment and I'll have the poison for you. Be careful with this. It'll not hurt you or I, nor even the little folk, except perhaps to make us mildly ill. But the normal woodland creatures would suffer terribly if you don't use caution. You should return to Ellie and let her know that the poison is ready. Thank you, Mr. Cartwell.
Greetings.
You have the poison from Cartwell? I trust Cartwell. Now that we have the poison, we may be ready to strike at the Blackwolves in their Chetwood home.
Might I take a moment of your time?
If I'm to help you, then you gotta trust me. We need to deal with the wolves and their keeper, Jagger Jack. Jack spends his time talking to those strange dark-skinned men within the ruins occupied by the Blackwolves. Find him and kill him, else he'll keep breeding his wolves with the warg. While you search for Jack at the camp, look for corpses of dead beasts, sheep, cattle, even deer. It's likely the poor creatures are the food for the wolves. Use the poison on the corpses, and we may well kill off a good number of Jack's beasts. While you deal with Jack and the wolves, I'll talk to Skunkwood and others about a new recruit I've found. I might be able to get you into Skunkwood's hideout. Here we are, approaching the Blackwolf headquarters. And I'm gonna look and see if I can find a secret way in here. That would be awesome. Hey. No? We gotta go find Jagger Jack and defeat him. Okay, where's the shortest way through? Let's take out these guys. There we are. Can we take out Jack? How quickly can we take Jack? I'm gonna set him a trap. And I'm gonna start with something strong. Wait. That was a critical hit. Or did we get help? Oh, we got help from a friend. Thank you, friend. Let us escape back. Talk to Ellie. Hello. How you doing?
Can I be of service?
If you've been to those ruins, then you know now about the evil spreading through the Blackwolves. I was able to meet with Skunkwood, though he was talking to one of them strange men. He mentioned someone named Amdir. Skunkwood said that he would meet with you, but you'll need to be quick. Once Jagger's death is discovered, Skunkwood will become suspicious.
Stay a moment.
You've done all that was asked of you, and done a good job of it too. So I suppose it's time to show you where to find Skunkwood. He's second under Eogan, one of the strange men that I mentioned. Skunkwood handed the Blackwolves over to them a short time ago. That's when bad changes started taking place around here. Skunkwood's used me, and a lot of other good folk here in Combe. Everything you've seen so far in the Chetwood should prove that to you. We've risked a lot to have a chance to stop the Blackwolds once and for all, Randver. It's time we finish this. The hideout is located at the foot of the Stadal Falls, at the northwest end of Stadal Pond. You'll be welcomed inside. Maybe you'd best go talk to that fellow what you're working for first, though. I'll go have a chat with Toradan. Toradan, my old friend. How are you? Knock knock. Hey Toradan.
Greetings.
You have returned, and with news of the Blackwold leaders, you've done well. Now is the time to move against Skunkwood and Eogan. You should make your way to this hideout out theirs and speak to Skunkwood. Once there, tell him you heard rumor about the prisoner they took from Archet, and would like to see if the tales about him are true. Once you make your way to Amdir, free him and make your escape. I will follow you to the hideout and aid you. Hurry now. I will hurry, Toradan. I will hurry to the best of my ability. I leave the lumber camp and I go into the wilderness to search for the Blackwolds' hideout. What do I see? A door in the distance. Under a waterfall, as was described to me. This must be it. There's a path of lights here.
The hunt for Amdir leads to the hideout of the brigand Skunkwood, but to what end is unknown.
How can I be of service?
The Blackwell guard stares up at you from beneath a furrowed brow. He spits onto the ground and studies your face for a few seconds before giving you a wry and sinister smile. You must be the new blood. You'll find Skunkwood in the back. Thank you. Yes. All the Breland will be ours.
Oh, this is intolerable.
Oh, you're the one I've heard so much about from Ellie. We've lost a lot of good men in Archet, and I'll be glad to have you in the fold. You say you heard about the ranger? I have to tell you, what is happening to that fellow is plain unnatural. Eogan tells me he'll be a great boon to us, but for now he's just a raving madman. I don't mind letting you go take a peek in on him. He's down in the dungeon at the far end of the cavern. My guard there will let you pass. Here's a cell. I'd be careful. That Amdir is a dangerous one. Okay. Just leaving skulls about like that? You guys are nuts. The eye, the eye.
The voice, it will not stop.
The wound, it's so cold. The voice speaks to me, commands me, tells me things, tells me about the end of all things, the beginning of new things. It calls me to service. I must do what it says, must follow. I must serve the Dark Lord. Look at him, oh no. Escape. He escapes. And there's another prisoner that was together with him.
Your coming is a boon, young one.
Oh, thank you for coming to save me, young one. I've been held captive here for a long time. I've seen many things, and if you would be so kind as to help me out of this dungeon, I would be able to tell you a bit of what happened to your friend Amdir. Really? Ooh. Let us get going. They took something important from you, your stick. Well, we better get it then. There's the chest they put it in. Awesome, awesome. One of these chests here. Let's see what we can find here then. Your stick, you found your stick. Awesome. Ooh. That's an ornate stick, I gotta say. Awfully ornate. Oops. Here we have William Skunkwood himself and his hounds. Luckily he hasn't sunk to the level that he's killing old ladies. So he's letting me take the blunt of it. That's awesome. There's still some good in you, William. I refuse to give up on you. Boom. But you had to go. Sorry, it was self-defense. And defense of old ladies. With ornate sticks. We're almost out, Sarah. Are you ready to go? So, I know it's rude to ask a lady's age, but how old exactly are you, Sarah? No answer? No, okay, sorry. I was too rude. I will never ask that again. Okay, are we friends? Are we good? Are we okay? No? Oh, she's running for it. Oh, Tordan and Amdir. Stay back. I'm sorry, my friend. End this? Look at him now. Is this the compassion of the Dunedain? The voice told the truth. I shall end you, Tordan, and every other ranger as well. No. Tordan.
It is too late for me.
Tordan coughs up blood. Amdir is beyond saving now. You must warn my kindred. Mundal is in the mustering cave of the rangers. Help him. Go to Underhill. Ask him if Tangle Rush delivered my message. Oh no. That was the end of a great man.
Oh dear, how terrible.
Goodness me, what a terrible sight for these old eyes. The blade that stung Amdir has done its work, and I fear he's nothing more than a servant of the enemy now. You should try and stop him if you can. And don't worry about me. Now that I'm free of that awful cell, I'll be fine. And I've got my stick back. Don't know what I'd done without it. Oh. You've done me a great service. Thank you, Sarah. I try to be of service. Goodbye, Tordan. I'll make sure you get a decent burial once I'm back in Archet. I will go talk to Constable Underhill. Hello, Underhill. Hey there. How are you doing?
A lovely day, isn't it?
Yes, except for that Tordan has been slain. Tordan? Slain by Amdir? How is that possible? Seek out Constable Tanglerush immediately. If Tordan's warning does not reach his kin, who is to know what devilry will ensue? Quickly now.
Might I have a word with you?
Poor Tordan. If his words are true, his kinsmen are in great danger. This Mundal he spoke of before he passed must be warned. Now, I don't know exactly where this mustering cave is, but if Tordan warned Constable Tanglerush, then Tanglerush must know its location. Tanglerush is a constable in Staddle, down the road south of Combe. You will likely find her loitering about town center. Quickly, you must find her. South it is then. I'll jump on my trusty steed, and I'll be there in a minute. Here we are in Staddle, and here you are. Right where I wanted to find you.
How can I be of service?
Ho there! What cause have you to be running around like that? Tordan is dead? That can't be. I saw him not too long ago. He had me deliver a message to his kinsman at the cave across the Midgewater marshes. When I went to deliver the message, I found the cave empty. I'm on duty now, or I'd make the journey across the marshes myself. Maybe you'd go instead? Follow the road out of Staddle to the east, down the slope leading into the marshes. Cross straight through, but be careful. The Midgewater marshes have become a dangerous place of late. Do your best to steer clear of the Marshwater fort at the heart of the marshes though. The cave is set at the foot of a tall hill near the entrance to the Midgewater Pass. Thank you, Constable. I will head right out. Follow the fastest road under the starlight. Here I begin to see the tall hills. And there I see a cave opening. A spider. I'm gonna outrun that spider. Those spiders. Ooh, 3 spiders. I'm gonna outrun them and jump into this cave. The mustering cave. You will be my rescue. And jump. Ooh. Delay not. It is too late for me. Amdir arrived ahead of you. He must be stopped. The Nine must not take him. Please, there is but one last of my kin in the Midgewater marshes. Reneolind is his name. A young scholar of my kind. He was not here when Amdir came and may yet be alive. Go to him quickly. He had gone to study the ruins of the old Marshwater fort at the center of the marshes. You must tell him, warn him, to beware Amdir's scream. I'll get there as quickly as possible. And here we are, heading towards the fort that we were told by the constable to avoid by all means. And we are heading straight for it. What is this madness? I will sneak by this spider and into these doors. What will I find on the inside?
Amdir, quickly falling into the shadows of the Wraith World, has slain 2 of his brethren already, and seeks the blood of a 3rd.
What can I do?
Tordan and Mundal have both perished? This is almost beyond belief. I was sent here to keep watch after the Nazgul drove us from the Shire, but now it appears my watch have been for naught. We must go at once to the chieftain of my kindred. The Breemen call him Strider. There is a quicker path than the one you took back to the safety of Bree. Follow me, and I will lead you through the caves beneath the marshes. You're still alive.
I'm
so happy you're still alive, Reniolin. Did the water stifle these flames? I have my suspicion that there was something else that stifled those flames. But I don't want to say it out loud. It's too frightening to comprehend what Amdir has become. I see into this darkness before us. You hear something? There's a man saying, Amdir, my friend. No, this is not really you. I am not what you once believed. Let me help you. Never. No. Morin. Morin. That's why we were told to stay away from here. There was something living here all along. This was what snuffed out the lights. Because she does not like light. Spawn of Ungoliant. Loves unlight.
What do you need?
Amdir is running free. Go at once. Find Strider in Bree. He is my chieftain and should be made aware of all that has happened. Talk to Barlam and Butterbur at the Prancing Pony. He will know where Aragorn is. Take the door from this room and you will find yourself on the western edge of the Midgewater marshes. Go west from there, then south and west along the road to Bree. No. Reniolin. I'll make sure you get a decent burial as well.
Saruman's treachery has delayed me too long. I can only hope that Frodo and Sam have left the Shire. Without my aid, their road will be a perilous one. Frodo must rely upon the Rangers and your prowess to see him to the end.
It's time to head to Bree and end this chapter of our journey. It's time to find this Strider and make sure he knows everything. And it's time to take a break. Because this day of adventuring has worn me out. I am weary to the bone. We're going through Combe, looking up towards Archet where it all started. This first city where our great adventure started. And deep in my bones I have a sense, as I'm approaching Bree, that this was just a small tiny start of a much, much greater adventure. I see the gates of Bree, and I ride through them. A threshold is crossed. And I know that from now on, I will never be the same again. These events have changed me. It made me hunger for meaning something, for my life to have a meaning, for me to enter into these adventures with my heart and soul, and if so required, offer up my life. And as I enter the Prancing Pony, I'm dismounting, I'm running up the door, and I'm ready to meet this Strider.
Oh, so much to do.
Well now, what is it I can do for you today?
How can I be of service?